Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to show you how to change the rear differential fluid on my 2004 GMC Envoy XL with the V8 engine. This should be the same or similar process on all GMC Envoys and its sibling vehicles from 2002 and to 2009. Mine is well overdue, so let's go change it. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and show your support to my channel. It has grown significantly and it's all thanks to you guys for showing your support. The goal is to get to 7,000 subscribers, so let's see if we can make it there. For this project, you're going to need a car jack with stands, 13mm socket and ratchet, a 3/8 drive, torque wrench, drain pan, gasket maker, brake cleaner, rags, fluid pump, and 2.3 quarts of 75W90 gear oil. I only ended up using 2 full quarts of gear oil, which itself filled up the differential very well. My mechanic stuck his finger in the fill hole and the oil was easily accessible and it didn't really need the extra 0.3 quarts of oil. Up to you what you decide to do. My 2004 Envoy has the GT4 3.73 gear ratio. I've never seen a GT5 4.10 gear ratio before on an Envoy. If you have this set up, let me know in the comments down below. We are going to start off by jacking up the right rear of the vehicle to give us more space to access the differential. You do not need to remove the spare tire for this job. Once jacked up, open the fill plug using your 3/8 driver. This is important before removing the differential cover because sometimes the fill plug is impossible to remove. So you don't want to drain out all the oil and not be able to fill it back up again. My fill plug came out pretty easily. Man, the differential oil just stinks. Now let's remove the differential cover, which is held up by 10 13mm bolts. A power tool is much needed for a job like this and can make things easier, but you can do it with a regular ratchet if you don't have one, but it'll take a lot of time. Have your drain pan ready? We still have 2 loosened bolts still holding the cover in place. Assuming that the cover is baked on there, well, we're going to use a hammer to gently hammer the differential cover to just kind of knock it out of place. Finally, we see some oil dripping out. So now go ahead and remove the rest of the 2 bolts. Go ahead and remove the rear differential cover now. As you can see, the fluid is quite black. I haven't changed the fluid in 70,000 kilometers, which is a little bit overdue, but yeah, it's good to keep these well up to date and clean. There's a magnet on the differential cover that collects metal debris, so let's check that out. So luckily there's not too much metal residue on the magnet, see, as you can see here, but so that's a good sign. My mechanic is using brake cleaner to clean the differential cover. The orange residue you see is the gasket maker, so you'll need to scrape that off before installing the cover back on. The Envoy does have a reusable gasket, so you don't really need the gasket sealer or maker, but for peace of mind, I'll be using the gasket maker again. My mechanic is also spraying some brake cleaner in the differential, and then we're going to wipe it down with the rag. This is the gasket maker that I'm going to use, and we're going to apply this on the existing black gasket that came with the differential cover. I'm going to fast forward as my mechanic applies the gasket maker onto the existing gasket. A tip would be that you should take off the black gasket from the differential cover, then apply the gasket maker or whatever sealant you are using. It's easier to align it with the differential bolt holes this way. Once that is done, align the holes and secure the differential cover in. We had a little fun with the gasket sealer. We accidentally placed the differential the wrong way, so we had to take it off, which is why you see the gasket sealer residue everywhere. So make sure to take a note of how the differential cover looks when you take it off. So we're putting it back the right way, and we're going to secure it. My mechanic is using his power wrench to just quickly tighten everything up. Then we're going to use the torque wrench to tighten each bolt to 30 foot-pounds. Now we are ready to fill up the differential with oil. Like I mentioned before, the Envoy takes 2.3 quarts of oil for the rear diff. The extra 0.3 quarts is not necessary. I'm using 2 full quarts of Valvoline 75W90 full synthetic oil. So fill up the pump with oil. Your pump may look different. So right now I'm starting to pump the oil into the differential. So after 2 quarts, put your finger inside the fill hole. If your finger comes out wet with oil, then you're good to go. There's no need for the extra 0.3 quarts. Once filled and checked, put back the fill plug and hand tight it. Take the Envoy for a spin and make sure there are no visible leaks. That's going to be it for today's video, folks. Hope you all enjoyed, and see you all next time.